everybody, welcome to a special edition of Panini Unwrapped. Now, I'm flanked on either side here by hockey royalty. More on this side than on this side. But I have Chris Barr, the Panini America NHL brand manager, and then you really need no introduction, but you're Daryl Reaugh.
Maybe after the time we've been off, perhaps I do, though.
Well, for those who don't know, I can't imagine that there are a lot out there, but Mr. Ray was a
larceny. Yeah, man, the crowd's getting crazy in here now.
Mr. Ray is a former NHL goalie.
Yes.
And
you asked that almost like a question. I like that.
No. I just
Picked
want
before. Wait, were you not picked before Patrick Reaugh?
Before Patrick Reaugh.
Clearly
before
better.
Brett Hall.
Clearly
Yes,
more
before
skills
Hall.
than any of those
Yes.
guys.
My career peaked a little earlier than theirs. That's all.
But for people in the Dallas area, you are the voice and the face of Dallas Stars hockey.
That's what some people say.
It is a fact.
I've been here now for 17 years.
It's crazy. Does it
Working
seem like that long?
with the same guy. We're like an old married couple now.
Ralph Strangis.
Yeah, I think we're, if not the longest tenured tandem in the league, we're right there. Second, along with the guys in LA, I think.
Uh-huh.
Bob Miller and Foxy. So yeah, we're the granddaddies of it now.
Well,
Fooled them for 17 years.
like those two gentlemen you mentioned, they have also made an appearance on Panini Unwrapped.
Yes,
Which is
yes. This is the show to be on.
no question about that. I mean,
You sell your product here, I sell my product.
well,
Is that how it works?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you want to pass
Let's pop a
something-
box.
Okay, so Classic Signatures Hockey, brand new this week, and we have a classic in yourself here with us. I know, Chris, you and your team put a ton of work into this thing.
Yeah, it was a fun project to do. We tried to get a bunch of the players from the past, fan favorites,
Yep.
some NHL legends in there. We have
Mr. Hockey on the cover.
Gordy on the cover. We've got Lemieux in there, some big names, Messier. We went and got some autographs of some first-timers for us, Panini.
One autograph per pack.
You'll get one hard-signed autograph per pack, on-card autograph, no stickers in this.
For autographs from hockey's all-time greats, including Gordie Howe and Mario Lemieux. Do you have a pen?
There was an editing.
Change that.
There's actually an editing issue there.
From that, Kirk Muller and I both refer to the '84 draft as our draft.
As well, you should.
He went one pick after Mario that year. So do I open one of these?
Yes.
Is that okay if I just do
Absolutely.
this live?
You're going to provide the color commentary.
How do you get them open?
Here's the secret.
What do
You get your room at the top, right?
Yeah.
You shake them down. You pull the flap
Do
in.
you snap them like that? Does that do anything, or does it ruin the card?
Yeah, you might damage the
Okay.
card.
You don't want to damage any
There's a little bit of area
impressions.
up top right there.
Whoa! I didn't see that. It's almost like a chip bag, huh?
Yeah.
A little bit like a
Oh,
chip
look
bag.
at that. Mr. Gagne there.
Okay, whoa. Time out. That's the first card you pull?
First card I pulled.
Okay, two of the highlights of my very tenured career in the National Hockey League. One was shutout.
Uh-huh.
Shut out the Philadelphia Flyers when I was with the Hartford Whalers. And then on the other side of the coin, the only hat trick I gave up in the National Hockey League was to who is referred to now as Sam Gagne's dad. So I live on, what I do is I live on in the Dallas Stars, Minnesota North Stars record book.
Yes.
In the hat tricks
That's fantastic.
section. So that's the first one you pull out of it.
Not planted either.
Look at that.
Not planted. Now you
Is that the color commentary you were looking for out of that thing?
Yes.
Who else is
You're
in
up
here?
next.
What do we call this again? This is a hot box?
Yes.
Hot opening? The box opening, hot box?
Hot box.
This is a hot box?
Yeah. I had another
You got
classic
another,
combo.
how did you get another duel?
Van Beesbrook and Mellamy
Wow.
in the same box? Is
That's-
that-
At Panini America?
Yes, sir.
Oh, look at, and he signed it. Andy the Moger Moog from his Boston days. Look at how small he looks in there. Wow.
Doing this. I mean,
And Bobby Clark.
Yeah, these are the.
This is nice.
Those are the banner numbers. We took the retired numbers from some of the teams and just made a little tribute for each player.
Oh, the Moose. Mark Messier. Got a chance to play with him in Edmonton, or watch him more than play with him. one of the best men I've ever met.
Really?
Just a true leader of men.
Did he give
That
you
was
a
an
player?
interesting room because he obviously was the emotional leader. Didn't always say a lot. He just rocked back and forth in his skates over there between periods. And then when he talked, it was like, whoa. And Gretz never really talked all that much. When he talked, it was listen up.
Powerful.
And the guy that did a lot of the vocal leading in there was always Kevin Lowe. But between the three of them, I mean, that was quite a leadership, I think. Oh, there's the guy I sat and watched all the time. Grand Fury.
Best seat in the house, though.
Wow, I did have a very good seat. There wasn't much difference between me and the people in behind the glass and behind the little tidbit for you.
That's free, too.
Yeah, that is free.
You don't do that.
Paul Coffey. Man, I used to, just told the story here today about that. Paul Coffey, when I was in Edmonton, used to come in between periods and have the backup goaltender tape his stick. And the first time he did it, I'm in there and he comes in between periods and throws me a stick and says, could you tape that for me? And I'm like, okay, and I was just shaking. I'm like, it's Paul Coffey and I get a stick. And I'm like, well, I don't even know how to tape a player's stick. I'm a goaltender. How's this going to work? So I looked over him and I said, well, do you tape it heel to toe or toe to heel? And he looked at me like I had 5 heads and he's like, I don't care. Taped it up. He did, and I thought, well, he's just going to undo it after I do it and he'll tape it himself. Went out and played 3 or 4 points.
Nice.
Whatever. Cool guy.
That's, there's your...
That's one of the, what are they, 6 retired jerseys now in Edmonton? Maybe?
Mr. Barr, I'd defer to you on that.
I'd have to check the checklist.
Okay.
7's coming soon.
We'll edit in the answer later.
Yeah.
7, yeah, please do.
We won't do that.
Oh, should be a Hall of Famer next year, I think.
Chilios.
Definitely.
I do. There's going to be some hot debates going on who should go in. I think Chelios should.
I'm going to be voting for the guy who's right there.
Scott Niedermeyer?
Nope.
He's eligible.
But I've always
You like
been
Eric?
I'm a huge Eric fan.
Just got married, Eric Lindros, to a girl from Quebec.
You're just a fountain of information, man. It's like all
That's-
these...
That's all I have. He told that great story when he played for the Stars here. You know, Eric Lindros couldn't move when he was playing in Philadelphia without somebody reporting on it or taking video of it or whatever.
Film media.
Saying, comes down here, he couldn't get in our rink. The security guy wouldn't let him in. He's like, "You're who?" He goes, "I'm Eric Lindros." He wasn't playing, it was a preseason game. He's like, I don't know, you have to go around.
What's the other entrance?
Tim Kerr,
Another
Mr.
great-
Power Play.
Yeah.
Man, he defined owning the front of the net.
Looks like you got a hot pack that's got 2 autographs in that
2
pack.
autographs in one pack.
Wow. That's what that's called?
Well, yeah, we got a hot pack 'cause you got 2 autographs. In
Look at that.
So
Probably just because I know how to open a pack.
You brought your talents.
Indeed. Yari Curry, topper in Edmonton.
And you get a few of those boxes of every case. Of the hot
Used to come, a couple pretty good goal scorers right
Yeah.
there. Used to come from the right wing side and warm up and score on me every single time he shot. Never ever stopped him. Eddie Jockman. We just looked at his stick in the back. It looks like firewood. I don't know. No wonder you can't score on these guys now. He was a great one. Him and Jill Vilmere. Ooh. Pilot for America.
Absolutely, he lives in the area.
He was actually in here signing for
Skates
us.
with our alumni, I think, from time to time. Boy, he was one of those big, tough guys that could also play the game.
Rocky.
The Hawks, Chicago Stadium, what a place that was.
He's got some good stories too.
Remember the first time I was at Chicago Stadium, I didn't realize, and the guys warned, they said, wait till you see this place. Because in the old stadium, you climbed up these stairs, and you almost came out of like a gopher hole, right? And they were like linoleum stairs, so your skates were almost dull by the time you got up to the ice level. And then you come out of this hole, and it got a little bit lauder, and you came out of this hole, and there's like 15,000 Hawk fans that are all lubricated up. They're right on top of you, and you go out and you skate around, and then they're like, okay, wait till you see this anthem. Because it was like in the old barn. The new one's what, 22,000 I think at the United Center? This was just a tiny little thing, but that pipe organ was in there and blasting, and they went nuts. Oh, look at the Roadrunner.
Yeah.
That's a great picture.
Cornway, yeah.
Look at that. No advertising on the boards back in the early 70s, late 60s. Ivan Cornwallier. Be Danny Gallivan back in the day. Oh, look at back-to-back Montreal Canadiens. Kirk Muller. Look at, we put it together.
Kirk. You get 84
The 84
draft.
draft.
Reunited.
Look at that. Lemieux 1, Muller 2, Ray 42, Ernie Pumpernickel. Forgotten, and that's one of the signatures. Forgotten this year, he was just added when they made the coaching change in Los Angeles to come in and try to help their power play a little bit. Came in and did exactly that. Got himself a Stanley Cup ring.
Worked out for him pretty well.
Nick Kiprios, Storybreaker now.
Yeah,
He was a skull cracker back when he played. Storybreaker now. Real Kipper, at the Real Kipper, isn't it?
And you were at
Razor 5 hole.
Yes.
Definitely give him a follow.
Growing every day. Mike
Hilarious
Gartner,
tweets.
Hall of Famer,
It's a movement, really.
30 a year. It is.
It's
What,
not-
my Twitter? Follow?
Yeah, it's a movement.
Yeah. It's like 17,000 now.
One of
or
the
so?
best. 17,000 and growing.
And
is what I
growing
like to
daily,
call
yes.
it.
It's probably growing as we do this.
Every now and then I go through my followers just to see who's following me.
Who's your favorite follower? Like, who's your...
Oh, God.
What's the coolest follower you have?
I don't know. I just had a guy from my hometown follow me the other day that I thought was intriguing, but I don't know who would be the... I'm trying to think of who would be the most prominent
Yeah.
one in there. You know what? I end up with a lot of eggs.
The new people.
I do. I think I lead Twitter in egg followers. Because I go in there and I look and it says egg. It's like, what have you been on for like a day?
Yeah.
Somebody must just tell me to follow this guy. They don't even have Red Kelly signed. It's a nice one.
And this is another 2 autograph.
Oh, yeah, it
pack.
was.
Yeah.
How rare are these? Because I've just
It's a hot
nailed
box.
2 of
It's a
them.
hot,
It's a
you
hot
get
box.
2 packs, you'll have 2 packs
what
and
we
a
call
hot
it.
box.
A hot box?
Yeah. Yeah.
You going with that?
Well, that's what
All
we
right.
use.
It's the term.
I know
There's the
you never-
Beezer.
And that one's a great addition. We got John Van Beesbrook to sign with us and a few other first-timers. We also got Mike Richter in the product and a couple other fan favorites.
Mike Richter's a bright man.
Great, yeah.
I had one of the greatest morning skate conversations with him last year in New York. Just talked about everything, concussions, the game, all over the map. Smart guy, great goalie. Brad Park, look at that, signed Brad Park.
So that's good stuff.
Big bad Bruins back in the day. Look at him, looking all sweaty and probably just finishing up about a 3.5 minute shift back in those days.
Now, there's one special one-card pack here that we have to... I think we'd be remiss if we didn't have you open.
Do I fake that I'm opening it?
No. Yes.
Well, it's
Is
got,
it? Burn my fingers. This one's hot. You'd think that was a hot pack. Look at this.
What do you got? I mean,
Let's have a look here. It looks like it's a Hartford Whaler.
Don't damage
It's a
it.
Hartford Whaler
Don't
one.
damage it.
Don't turn the corners.
yeah, right. Look at that.
and that's from our social signature set. It kind of pays tributes to these classic players that are on Twitter.
Classic player right here.
Classic. And it's got your Twitter handle there at the bottom.
Right at the bottom, you
So-
can see that Razor 5 hole. So that was a bit of foreshadowing by
Yes.
you to tell the story before
So,
we got to the card. The
anybody-
artwork is staggering. My signature. Ever tell you the story behind my
I was
signature?
just
I
about
think
to
I
ask
did
you.
last
So-
time.
but
Did
I
I
was going to
not?
ask you to retell the story because I don't know if we got that on camera, but you do have.
I practiced my signature. I know it sounds like I'm a narcissistic something or other, which I am. But,
Well, that's one of the
but
big
I'll,
reasons.
but
we
I'll
love
keep
you.
telling the
Yeah,
story.
Absolutely.
When I was a kid, I was probably, maybe 10 years old. I practiced my signature. And I took, McDonald's had a series with professional hockey players. And one of them was Ken Dryden. They did a whole thing with Ken Dryden. And his signature was in it. So I just cut it out and kept practicing and practicing. So if you see this D, the D in Dryden and the D in Daryl are identical. And then he just did his Ken and then Dryden. And I just went Daryl and Ray. And that's about where the comparison between Dryden and me.
Does he know that story?
Was, no, I've never talked to him.
Really?
Never. Stood in the same room with him in Toronto and I was too nervous to go over and say
Right.
hi. I was just like, I'll leave you at my idol. But
That's
isn't
how it
that
was.
something
Yeah,
else?
we got a couple of stars in there too. We got the second best hole. That's a great Twitter handle. He's in that set. And Mike Madonna's got his Twitter handle in there, so we've got Twitter graphs or social signatures of all those players.
Second best all. So how many in this series? Do you know?
I think I want to say around 30 players or so.
So I'm one of 30
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah.
of 30.
Yes.
Mario, you hear that?
Yeah.
You might have been number one in '84. Number one in 2012, baby.
Social signatures.
That's awesome.
Well,
Thank you guys very much for doing
Oh,
that.
thanks for coming by.
Feed my
And
ego.
yeah, like I said, classics.
You know, I could be like Gretzky now and rip the corners so that people can't.
We can't resell.
Yeah.
But you could resell that though.
That's why I'm
You
keeping
know what
it
I'm saying?
pristine.
That's lunch. That could be dinner.
This thing is going up.
Well, that's classic signature.
Where do I find how much this is worth? Where can I find that right now?
I can look it up right now. See
Don't.
How do you put value on the invaluable?
Exactly.
Yes.
That's a
Is the
great
question I have.
point.
We just say
You are
priceless.
such a salesman.
We just
Well-
say it's priceless.
Yeah, it is priceless.
Because
Like this time we've had.
there's actually no price on it. Is that why you call it priceless? If he looks it up, it'll be 0,000.
Well, the autograph alone is just, it's bold and that's the one.
Dried
thing-
nest, I call it.
Well, rightfully so, but that's the one thing that we find with a lot of the older classic players is that they seem to care a little bit more about their autograph.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no
The
question.
quality of the autographs is much better from the older players than the new guys.
What do they do now?
They scribble.
You know, it's a real quick check. And
Because they have to sign so much?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's also just a different.
They don't
it's a-
care.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a different time. You know?
They don't take handwriting like they used to in school.
Yeah.
Now it's all
Computers.
computers and shorthand and
Right.
print and stuff. They don't
iPads
work on
and stuff.
handwriting.
I still practice my cursive
Right.
at home.
It's a lost art.
Every day.
Cursive is a lost art.
Well, just like human contact is becoming a lost art.
Talk to people?
Yeah, what? Sure it is. So that is classic signatures. This is classic Daryl Reaugh. Thanks for coming on,
Oh
man.
my God.
Love having you.
It is my pleasure. I've felt like Letterman since the beginning of this because I'm at least a head
Oh,
taller than you
yeah.
Yeah,
guys.
it's definitely
I'm gonna.
It's a power position that I'm in.
It is.
And I think some pretty good
bigger-
information.
bigger than
Oh,
life.
I mean, that's completely off the cuff.
I know,
I mean,
that's-
you saw it. We didn't pre-open these.
only this one, but we're not going to tell people that. Thanks for watching. We love you guys. We'll see you.
See ya.